Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nameless Podcast. I'm your host Isiko, back with Malachi once again to talk about random shit this time around because we have fuck alls to fucking we haven't read shit.
Based.
Yeah.
Not
So
reading, based. Reading, cringe. No, I'm kidding.
but yeah, 8.5's translation is not yet out, but it's like almost halfway done. So expect it in like a few months, I guess. At this point, I'm not even expecting like expecting it to be in a month. I'm expecting it to be in a few months, but like yeah, Spirit Chronicles as well. That's still far away. 6 months for volume 24, I guess. No, for I think now it's gonna be like 5 months, I guess, or I have no idea. I haven't checked J Novel Club for quite a while. The new show I haven't read shit in like months since I was so busy.
Fair.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah,
Oh no, it's fine. You take your time. The only reason that I'm still like reading up on like new stuff right now is because I'm fully caught up to the series that I've been reading, and they'll release a chapter. Like the two web novels that I'm reading right now have bi-daily releases.
speaking of daily by daily releases, I wish my series has that. So basically, like, I have a series I really like called like Main Heroines Are Trying to Kill Me. It's basically um like it was they
I've
leave
been live
for
tweeting about it. It
a
looks interesting.
yeah, it's an interesting novel. Highly recommend. Though I guess it's more of a novel type thing since no illustrations. First of all, barely illustrations. Because like there's only two covers and the rest of it fan arts. As much as a sad shit state it is, but yeah, story is really amazing. Amazing protagonist. Interesting plot that I would say if you like ReZero, you would like this, but like that's I mean, it's not really like dying over and over again. It's more like feeling dread every time you read. Feeling dread every time you read it. So yeah, if you like that, fucking read that shit. We should really talk about what happened. What we were supposed to talk about. If we record our last episode a few hours later, the Tenshi-sama season 2 announcement. How are we feeling?
Yeah.
How are
Fuck.
we? How are we
okay,
feeling
okay,
about
okay,
this?
okay, 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 okay. The only way that I can see this going well is if they only adapt Volume 5 and Volume 6. I think if they
Fair enough.
try to do anything further than that, they will lose the story.
Yeah.
Because it comes as a pair. Volume 5 and 6 are a pair, and then
Mm-hmm.
volume 7, 8, and what's going to be 9 are a pair. So if you try
Mm.
to cut off the adaptation at volume like 7, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
It's why the cliffhanger at volume 3 would have been a perfect place to end off the season 1,
Mm.
and
True.
then have like a core 2 or a season 2 announcement directly after. Like that would have been
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. That is
That
very
that's a
fair.
perfect world. That's perfect world in my view. Is like because volumes 1 and 2,
Mm.
yeah, they're quite long compared to uh romance novels that I've read, but I think that
But not that
volume
much.
1 and 2 is just build up, and there is some stuff that can be cut from build up. Like there is quite a bit that could be cut. I just think
Yeah.
that they cut too much of the build up.
Yeah. Volume 3 especially. Fucking hell,
Yeah,
man.
there was a lot in volumes 1, 2, and 3 that were cut just so they could push forward to volume 4. By the way, they cut two entire characters in volume from volume 4. Yeah. And they basically
Poor
skipped
guy.
the entire sports festival, which was cringe. Like that was a really cool arc.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have much preferred seeing volumes 1, 2, 3, season 1, season 2
Mm.
be 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, that is very fair.
Of course, a confession mid-season, you don't really want that. You want it like at the end of a season. No, you don't. We want that as soon as
Yeah,
possible. We want it as soon as
yeah,
possible. But I don't want it. I don't want the scene to be rushed like it was.
yeah. But like
Or
compared
that's yeah.
to, compared to the reception of Family Onlys, they think it was fine. I guess.
People thought it was too slow paced,
Yeah.
even in the anime, and I'm like, are you cringe? Like, are you crazy? Um, no,
the
this is
novel.
definitely biased. This is light
Yeah,
novel bias, and I can see that. But
yeah,
I think the thing that people are missing is that, of course, cuts need to be made from anime, but you can't skip essentially a volume's worth of like or almost 2 volumes of content and
yeah.
expect it to do well. Well, I mean, it did do well, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem is that they lost the essence of the story, which was the slow burn that it was meant to be,
Exactly.
the
Like
fast paced.
this what I like about the manga adaptation, because like
Yeah,
if you didn't see, they 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 basically spent about 12 chapters dedicated to just volume 1. That's an entire year
really good,
worth of content for just a single volume
really
of the
good.
light novel. Yeah. And I genuinely think we have gotten the best results in terms of manga adaptations, because if you see other rom-com light novel manga adaptations, man, then she
Yeah,
really got
just
lucky.
Tenchi did get really lucky in that regard.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said about manga adaptations because it's hit or miss both ways for manga
Mhm.
and anime adaptations of a light novel. It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Tenchi be a hit, and
Hmm.
going solely off of the anime experience, disregarding the cut content, it was good. Like I'm not going to say it's just bad, but the thing
Yeah.
is, it loses that slow paced nature that it was meant to be, and I feel like I'm fine that the author greenlit this.
Yeah.
Like he greenlit all the decisions, so it is the author's
Mm.
choice to make it more fast paced. I just think it's like, why change it? You wrote
Yeah,
the
that's
story. Why
fair.
did you? Because the difference between the web novel and the light novel was the author wanted it to be more fleshed out and
Yeah.
more paced, not like fast. But then
Mm.
a complete turnaround into the anime felt weird.
Yeah.
So
The
I don't know how much of the storyboard he had the option to greenlight, but I know that the author had complete control over opening, ending, and actors.
yeah, because like when it comes to Tenshi, like when you saw me, like when it comes to season 1, like the first few episodes I was very optimistic about it, but as the
Yeah, the
time
first two
goes on,
episodes was
especially,
really good. Like, that's the thing. The first two, actually, the first 3 episodes were really good as an exposition to the
yeah,
series. Even the
yeah.
cut content, I didn't mind the stuff that was cut to be
Hmm.
cut, and even some of the changes
Exactly.
that were changed, I was like, it's actually a cool change. But
Mm.
then as the series on, it was just like, why?
Yeah, and when it comes to volume 3 and volume 4, we're not gonna talk about that again. But like, yeah, for season 2,
How do you
I
ruin
am
two cliffhangers?
ex-
They put one clip in the middle of a show, and like they didn't even put it at the end of the episode. They just put it in the middle and then transition. Like what?
yeah, yeah. At this point, I have very low expectation for season 2, unless like i- if you're if what you're saying is gonna be true, which I hope it
Which I highly
is.
doubt. I hope it is, but I highly doubt.
Yeah, because like volume 5 and volume 6, essentially the content within it parallels both Amane and Mahiru. Like if you know, you know,
Hmm.
like the final chapters of both volumes.
Yeah.
Man, season two.
And it's another
I
thing like that season one did badly in my opinion is fleshing out Amane's character. We saw a lot of Mahiru. We saw a lot of Mahiru, but we barely
Mhm,
saw any of Amane's like characterization that was in the novels. And I
yeah.
really hope that that
Um.
wasn't intentional. I really hope that it wasn't intentional for season two because his backstory is in this next bit, like or
Yeah.
like out version of it. He confronts his past in the next stretch, and it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not going to hit the same way if it was more fleshed out. So people
Yeah.
saying
That.
that Amane Mahiru and that he's a boring character. Well, yeah, because in the anime he actually is a boring character. There is no
Mhm,
fleshed out in this. Of course, it's still cool to see him adapted into an anime, and his voice actor fits perfectly, much like
yeah.
Mahiru's. It's just they miss the integral part of keeping the characters the same character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
To be honest, like we already talked about Amane so much in this in this entire podcast. Like overall, the videos we made. We talk about Amane just being a great character, developing over time as the volumes gone on.
Hmm.
It's really sad that the anime cut that. And to be honest, I really hope they do volume 5 well because it's hard to say if I like it the best volume in the series. For me, like it's tied between 4 and 5 for me. But like yeah, Amane, the, I think where Amane develops um when it comes to the series itself, I think it's where like the series just becomes peak to me.
Yeah. It's
So
just the fact that they
yeah,
cut a lot of that development. Just weird.
yeah, and like Spirit Chronicles, I wonder how they'll implement the two missing characters in the fucking season two. Considering they got cut out of the
Spirit Chronicles just decided to fuck Volume 4 and say, yeah, we're gonna skip that. Volume 5 now. Which
yeah.
was very weird considering the opening had a lot to do with his past. So it's like, okay. A little off tangent of Spirit Chronicles season 1, real quick.
Yeah.
Everything was actually really good up until the fact that they decided to skip volume 4 and move on to volume 5,
Yeah.
which does not fit the progression of the story at all.
Yeah, it's what we said before. It's fucked up in a whole lot of ways.
This volume 4, the entirety of volume 4 is like they left um the fucking yeah, Miharu. I'm not gonna say Mahiru.
Yes,
Miharu,
yeah, yeah.
Aki,
Got that
and
right.
Masato. Yeah, Miharu, Aki, and Masato all got
Mm-hmm.
left in the spirit village so Rio could go save well, not in the spirit village, but they were left in a rock home. So
Yeah,
Rio could go save Celia from this fate she
yeah.
doesn't want. And
Mm-hmm.
they switched that, but getting the suspense of
Mm-hmm.
where's Rio? What's he doing?
It does fuck up the progression, but like, what makes it worse is that you could have ended in volume three. Like, genuinely, you could have ended it in volume three because it had a proper conclusion that you could have ended it right there. Instead, they ended it in volume five, which in a sense it makes for a if you're reading the novels, it makes for a way better conclusion compared to volume three. But like, you cut volume four from the anime, you fucked up immensely, just because Spirit
Yeah.
Chronicles. Like if it was a one season anime that it never got a season two again, I wouldn't mind it. But like, it got a season two. How the fuck are you gonna fix that shit? Like,
Yeah.
When it comes to season 2 of Spirit Chronicles,
If they ended off
I,
the story of the anime at the end of
yeah,
season 1, but not like trying to foreshadow a season 2, I would have
yeah,
been perfectly fine
yeah,
with them not introducing Miharu and everything else. But
yeah.
bruh.
So I think the only way they can fix this is that either they make Volume 4 a flashback arc, which would retcon season 1, or make an anime original that would tie back to Volume 4 and we can progress to Volume 6, which is a very hard thing to do. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Author needs to in that one.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the main
So,
topic.
yeah.
Tenshi.
Anyways,
Off tangent.
Tenshi season 2 is gonna be 2024, I guess. Like, I doubt it's gonna be like a 2025 anime. So
I would guess like winter 24. No, not winter. What the
Tenshi,
fuck am I on about? That's like next season.
yeah,
Spring or fall or summer or
yeah.
fall 24.
I think it
I
would be
wouldn't be
fitting if
surprised
it
if
was,
they put it summer. Yeah,
yeah,
would be fitting if it was
exactly.
summer.
Tenshi-sama, I hope they, like, our hopes for season 2, like the bare minimum, properly adapt Volume 5. That's
Yeah.
it. I guess we should talk about the next anime announcement. We got Day Live Season 5.
Oh boy. A lot of people gonna get mad with
Bas-
this one.
Season 4.
I can't
Once we said it.
I can't wait for Joey, the anime man, to say again, who the fuck watches Data Live and get blasted on Twitter for good reason?
Yeah.
Like,
God,
okay,
that
he
you.
made a video about that, by the way, saying it was a harmless joke, and then like, no, the way you said it was not joking. It's like the thought of Data Live getting a season 4 genuinely repulsed him.
Yeah, to be fair, for a elitist as himself, I can't take this motherfucker seriously at all. Anyways, this motherfucker probably is just mad that his favorite line host never got past season 2 or even season 1.
What was his series?
I guess in a sense it would be Spice and Wolf before it got a remake announcement.
Boo
It could
hoo.
be
Like, Spice and Wolf was a good like one-off anime.
after that, I guess I would think so, initiation stuff, maybe like off season because they haven't adapted that. Um, and the monster season. It
See,
could
like
also be
I
other
like
ones.
Spice and Wolf's original anime.
Yeah,
Having not read, I haven't read the series, so I can't say much about that. But I like
Mm.
Spice and Wolf, like the original anime, and the remake was looks really good too. I haven't watched it
yeah.
if it's come out yet. I
I
don't remember if it has or not.
nah,
It hasn't come out
it
yet,
hasn't. Yeah.
but
Um.
it looks good. Like cool. It's
Mhm.
cool that they're redoing the original story or of the
Yeah.
original anime to
Yeah.
adapt it more properly. I guess I'm not sure
Yeah.
how that's working,
Um.
but
From from what I've heard, they basically it's a similar situation with Spirit Chronicles where they I think they skipped a volume that was later on
I
important in the
see.
story, so that that's probably like the main reason why they had a remake so that they could properly adapt the volumes.
Spirit Chronicles season two, Spirit Chronicles season 2, season 1, the remake.
In 10 years. Chick. I doubt that, but yeah. Man, I'm just like I've only read like a few volumes of Spice and Wolf, but I'm very excited for it. But like going back to Spirit Chronicles, like we said before, going 6 and 7, 4, 6, and 7, is gonna be the ideal. But after that, it's Stay Alive once again. Um, how the fuck?
5, 6, ideal for Tenchi, and then Data Live. Oh god. I'm actually scared
um,
about how they're going to adapt this. So there are
Um,
five.
I
There are five novels. What, five novels? Or are we on 17?
six. Yeah.
We're on 17, so we
We
have
ended
six.
at
We have
no, no.
six.
Yeah. With season 5, we are already on volume 17 off the bat. We ended season 4 on 16 with Kurumi Refrain.
Okay, so we have six light novels, 6 volumes left.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
do something really smart or really stupid. They either
Another
adapt volumes 17, 18, and 19,
18.
and then stop there. Cliffhanger,
Yep.
once again,
Mm-hmm.
with taking
Yep.
Mio's crystal, the Zephyr crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Or they can do something really stupid and try to rushly adapt all 6 volumes, or
I
volume,
don't.
or not even all 6, but like volume 16, or not volume 16, 17,
No,
18, 19, and 20.
I doubt.
If they
I
do the
very
4
much.
volumes,
I very much doubt that, considering volume 20 wouldn't be a great cliffhanger to end it on.
no, volume
Especially.
20, it's like volume 20 being a cliffhanger is like that's just the end of the story, mate.
Yeah.
Like
Like, they would be stupid enough if they adapted volume 20, but like, like, I think most likely
the smart decision would be to adapt 17, 18, and 19,
18
then
and
stop.
19. Yep. Because that would end the what we call the time and origin arc of their life, one of the greatest arcs
It would
in the
it
light
would
novels.
leave. Oh my god! It's not only one of the greatest. I mean, I'm biased to origami because my brand,
Yeah.
basically my brand.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's such a good arc, and if they try to move past it, like you need to give people a chance to like rewatch it,
Yeah.
or just like take a minute and absorb the knowledge that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, people are going to have a week between episodes, but that's not enough, in my opinion. Because one of the currently shows that I'm watching is Loki. Season 2 Loki, one of the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
It's the good show that I mentioned earlier. Even though they're weekly episodes, I'm still left with questions, like from episode 1 all the way to now. We're on episode 4. There's only 2 more episodes left because Disney's dumbass model of six episode seasons for some reason. But anyway, you need time to absorb the content,
and ideally never rewatch season 3.
Never rewatch season 3. Just okay, if you're going to rewatch season 3, just read the fucking light novels at that point.
Yeah. 8 through 12. Yeah, 8 to 12. Fucking
we don't talk about season 3 episode 12.
Okay.
Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea?
Absolutely not. They went stupid after that. Anyways,
but it was smart. It was smart that Geek Toys like absolutely clutch saved the fucking Nia story, because the reason why she got escaped DEM was because of what happened in volume 12. But then they like no, Kudami saved her. I was like, shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was a good retcon. Not a retcon, but it was a good like clutch save from Geek Toys there.
Yeah.
Also, season 5 is the first season to have a recurring studio.
Finally. Oh yeah, that reminds me.
The Data Life curse.
It's finally broken.
It's broken.
Yeah. And I think we had like, have we talked about like the design of the character design for the anime? Like, have we talked about that?
I like Geek Toys somewhat. I mean, I don't think they have the best design in Geek Toys. I personally like season 2. I think that was my favorite design.
I think for me it was season 1. Because
season 1 was so good.
Season 1 had like the closest one to Sunako, which was amazing. So yeah, it was saddening that after season one, the studio went bankrupt and got another. Then the cycle continued after that.
Can you imagine if Geek
But
Toys
anyway,
went bankrupt after season 5?
nah, I doubt that. They have Kalkawa.
Yeah, that's true. They are comic.
With Daylight season five, that's gonna be interesting to watch, especially since
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a bunch of battles, so a lot of action. I'm very worried for the animation mostly.
Animation aside, they can't. I don't want them to cut dialogue because if they just try, if
Yeah.
they try to speed up the fight like they did with season 2,
Mm,
during that entire Miku arc, and the volume 5 and 6, I think no 6 and
mm.
7,
No, six
volume
and seven.
six,
Yeah.
volume 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Even though uh, the action, like what was it called? The animation was still good for the most part.
Yeah.
Some dialogue was cut, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's fair enough. To be
I just
fair,
really,
like
I really hope they don't mull over important dialogue between characters.
yeah, especially since volume 17, 18, and 19 basically just changes everything for their life.
Yeah, yeah. It's not only that. There's also Westcott's backstory. They have
Yeah.
yet to show um, more of Shido's backstory. And like,
I I
I'm really
mean,
worried about. Well, yeah, it hasn't fully come out yet,
yeah,
but
but
I'm really worried about how they're gonna handle the memories, which he should. I think he unlocked already,
I
but
doubt
it's like
I doubt that.
I don't remember.
No, no,
When
no, no.
exactly it happened in the light novel. When did it happen in the light novel? What volume was that?
I think either 18 or 17.
Like
Like it's not
he got his
16.
memory. He got his memories in 18. I remember that vividly. But when did he unlock like that lock? Whenever he got Mukuro's fucking thing. When did that happen?
I think. Oh, is that when Shido showed Maiko to basically the best friend character and the three the fuck.
No, that's volume. That's not. That's 18.
Yeah,
But there's a point that I remember. They discovered that Shido had a lock on his like heart or something, or not his heart, but his brain,
mm,
or the metaphorical lock that you would see with Michael,
yeah.
and he unlocked it, but it did nothing. But every so often he would have dreams of
Yeah,
of
and
Shinji.
yeah, and that would in turn turn into the foreshadowing that we seen in the earlier volumes.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, it's been 3 long years. I haven't reread the
I don't.
life.
Okay, we'll have to fact check it eventually, but
Yeah,
I think that he unlocked it in 16, but it didn't do anything. Like his memories, like it didn't. It took time for it to happen. I thought it was 16. It might be 17. I don't remember.
yeah.
It's good possibility that it is 17, but that's
Mm,
something that we'll have to figure out later.
yeah. But like yeah, talking about Day Alive season 5, the dialogue is important. The fights are important. Um the question is how most importantly, how the hell are they gonna do Mio's character justice? Because like even though they sprinkled a bit of foreshadowing here and there with the anime, I I'm just scared, man. Mio objectively is probably like the best character in this franchise.
I'm biased.
So yeah, let's
I'm
just
biased to my character, but yes, like writing wise, yes, you are correct. I
yeah.
think the only person who
Like
rivals that is Kudermi.
for me, it will be Shido.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Yeah, objectively, like, for me, Mio is the best character, so I'm really scared on how they're gonna do her justice.
Do not fuck up her motives, please.
Yeah. Even though
If that's the
it's
one thing that you salvage in season 5, don't fuck up the motives of the characters.
hmm and despite how, in a broader sense, it's very fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Flashbacks to the family tree. By the end of the series, I swear to God. But yeah, Mio is a very, very important character that one I wouldn't even mess with fucking her up because she is genuinely a great antagonist, great character. No, not even great, fucking phenomenal. Should we talk about Shido and Westcott as well? Since they are like they do have a lot of focus alongside Mio with this one.
Yeah.
So Westcott is gonna be amazing in this volume. I mean in this part of of season 5 because man, looking back, he was so fucking cool. I think it was it when did he got Niver Call?
Cheeto?
No, I mean
Uh,
Westcott. When did Westcott got Niver Call?
so he got that whenever he became a Demon King.
Yeah, what volume was that?
13. Well, he
Yeah.
at the end of 13, he stole an inverted Sephira crystal
And he
from
became a
Nia. He technically became
yeah.
a spirit,
Yeah. So
but Nibblecole made her appearance in volume 16.
yeah. So basically, I think like that's where like he became cool to me. Very very epic antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And volume 18 probably has like one of the best fights I have seen alongside you know the main one, but like I would like to talk about like the Shido and Westcott fight. Eh, because like it's not really a sport, it's gonna be an eventual confrontation between them. And man, I just hope they do it justice because Shido and Westcott are like two of like the best characters
Yeah.
for me. So I just hope they do it justice, man. That's all I have to say, and everything in this season on what it's gonna be adapting is very important, and I would not like if they skip like a like not even like a small portion, more like a medium portion amount of the content within these 3 volumes.
My worries and hopes for season 5 are the same.
Yeah,
It's just like,
that's
don't fuck up character motives. Don't
Yep.
cut what shouldn't be cut, and you're good. Like,
yeah.
I could give less of a shit about animation quality as long as the story remains intact.
Yeah. Makes me glad something like YuuShou doesn't have an anime because that
I'm
would
going to
fuck up
cry.
everything.
I'm going to cry. We are going to enter the 4th dimension. Like web novel, light novel, manga, and I swear to God, anime is gonna be something different too.
Yeah.
Bro,
Reminds
what the
me.
fuck is YuuShou doing? Like the manga. Who? What?
So what happened the next chapter after that shit? Did a new chapter release?
A new chapter did release, but I'm still lost. They just spent the majority of that chapter going, "Oh yeah, I get to spend more time with you," and it was basically a tour of the house.
I
a
mean,
tour of Kudo's
I
house, and I'm like, what, bitch?
I think I think what you said about the like, remember the part you said, I think it was last episode where you said that this could just change everything about what happened in the first arc of After Story, like the building a house.
Yeah.
I think you might be on the mark with this one.
I really hope. Okay, I really hope that the YuuShou manga stops at the end of the story, like at the end of the main story, and doesn't try to adapt to After Story,
Yeah, because that would be a
because that would
very
just
daunting
fuck it.
task.
That would just fuck it. The light novel, I really hope that they adapt After Story into the light novel because that's just cool. Also,
Yeah,
confirmed, volume 14 will be coming out this December.
like alongside that, nothing else to say about you show for this episode. We're barely empty. um, now, since we're done with the anime announcements, we have basically nothing else.